It's about that time. Whoa! It's the Three Amigos Show! Brought to you by Mas Chingon Radio, LilaLisaPromotions.com, musician Danny Farias, Marasul Tequila, taste the new face of tequila, Archie's Homestyle Burgers in Cotulla, Texas, and Tejano TV. Starring Big Daddy D, the Midnight Cowboy, the Big Kahuna, and tonight's special guest, Dr. Patsy Torres. Let's go!
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on Facebook and YouTube, of course, and Tejano TV for your Three Amigos show. Thank you to Tejano TV, Spotify, and Mas Chingon Radio, and of course, my baby Lila Cervantes, Lila's Promotions. Our sponsor is Danny Farias, Archie's Hamburger here in Cotulla, Texas, and of course, our sponsor, Marasul Tequila, the new face of tequila. I am D's brother from another mother, Juan Mendoza.
And I'm Daffy Duck D.
The Midnight Cowboy, Marcus Daniels.
And tonight's guest, we have the one, the only.
And she can't hear us, so we're going to have to reboot her. Go ahead and make the thing, have her log out and log in.
Okay, let me write a note here. Let's see, share screen. It's so fun. Well, Marcus, how are things going with you?
I know. There's a little bug we got to work out.
Yeah, for some reason it cuts it off every time we play a video or something. But anyways, while we're getting Patsy on, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Tejano TV throughout the week. And just today, actually, we started another channel, and we have, of course, Tejano TV. And today we just started a new channel called Tejano Classic TV. It's on the same app, just a different channel. You can watch all your classics and old school videos all day long, 24/7. And we're still trying to get Patsy here. Did you message her?
I did. Do you see it?
Oh, let me get it on here.
Oh, no. Yeah, there you go. She's on it.
She got it. All right.
Well, in that case, shall I do a build-up? Ladies and gentlemen.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Man, I've been switching back and forth. Do what?
Okay. Shall I do a big build-up for her entrance?
Yes.
All right. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight you are in for a treat. You have a Tejano legend, one of the pioneers. She's one of the first Tejanos to make a music video. She's an ambassador. She's got a double doctorate. She is an advocate for keeping kids out of gangs. She talks to high school kids. She's an advocate for peace in our time. She's just a lovely, lovely person. I've known her for over 40 plus years. And I am talking about the one, the only Dr. Patsy Torres. And you have to call her Dr. Patsy Torres now. She's earned that honorific. And I'm glad to say that for her each and every time. And I've known her for, 40 plus years. We were in a band called Blue Harmony together, and you'll hear more about that later on. And right now we're experiencing a little technical difficulties, but we're going to have Patsy Torres logging in right back in just a matter of seconds. And so as we wait patiently, let's have Marcus sing a song.
No, I want to know what love is. Hey, I've been, introduced as a band coming on stage, and sometimes the MC is like, he's so into it, and you're like, who is this band about to come on? So you're going to have to do it again. She's going to have to hear that when she needs to hear that.
Trust me, she's heard it a bunch. She is well deserving of every title. She's in the Hall of Fame, the Tejano Hall of Fame, Lifetime Achievement Awards. She's got awards from the city, from the governor, from the president. I mean, she's tireless. That's what gets me. Is I've known her 40 plus years, and she always says yes. She's always wants to help. She always wants to make something better, and she's always been that way. She's very, very driven and very funny. And if you get past the crummy jokes, oh my gosh, she has the worst.
You've already been tortured once.
I know. She gave us a joke right before showtime, folks, and
Yeah.
Send her a message. Send her a message.
Let's see. We got Gary Naranjo is watching us. Thank you so much, Gary, for tuning in. Joel and Candice Vargas from Mexico, they're watching us. Thank you.
Candice Vargas.
We need to get Candice on the show one week, man. She's
yes, we do.
releasing new music and stuff, so maybe we can schedule her in. Let's see who else we got. We got Raul Nano Fuentes. We have Dodi Rodriguez from Houston, Texas, tuning in. Thank you so much. Cynthia Galez. And we got her on now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Yes, we can hear you.
Happened?
I don't know. Let me adjust the microphone again. Okay, there goes.
It's the gremlins that always happen. Dee knows about it. Something about me and electricity. I don't know what it is.
Trust me, yeah, she's well deserved. That gremlins attack her every place she goes. Computers, PA equipment, guitars. Yeah, just they kind of go.
Yes.
It's that energy of yours.
It's my EMFs. They're too strong.
Oh, okay, wait. Duck down. I want to do the introduction again. Duck away.
Like EMF, not PMS. EMF.
And there is the classic jokes that we know.
Just for clarification.
I've got to do your intro, Patsy.
Okay.
So Duck.
Duck? What? No.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honor and the privilege of being in the presence of one of Tejano music's pioneers. She's a legend in her own right. She is an advocate for literacy, for education in general. She wants to keep kids away from gangs and off of drugs. Yeah. She has been awarded the Lifetime Achievement Awards. She's won so many numerous awards from the city of San Antonio all the way up to the president. She is a tireless entertainer, but also a smart cookie with dual doctorate, one in education, one in organizational leadership. Organizational leadership. And she is just one fantastic lady. I introduce to you the one, the only, Dr. Patsy Torres.
Thank you.
Hey. And that is our show. See you next week.
Nice to meet the other two amigos.
Patsy, we've met a long time ago already.
Well, you're too small. I can't recognize you. You're like this big. I can't tell.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and the privilege of having known this woman for 40 plus years. That's right, Patsy. It's been 40
We
plus
were
years.
on the road.
Oh my gosh. But this was my very first partner, my very first time I ever worked with a female singer, and she kept me in line, I guess, and showed me the do's and don'ts.
We had fun. Well, Dee was playing the trombone, and I was playing the trumpet, and then we were both singing.
And we wore the most outlandish costumes.
That's nothing compared to what we would wear.
That's Blue Harmony. Those are some of the finest people in the industry. Bob Merrill, Redmore, Joe Martinez, Jerry Narvaez, Cuckoo Corrales, Cuckoo, and of course myself and Patsy at the top there. Yeah. And that was the very first time I worked with a band that played like a band. We learned the parts just like the records because people recognize the song, they want to sing along, and dedication and just endurance. We would take out every single note.
Yep. I mean, and Cuckoo would be taking out the string parts. We'd take out all the horn parts. We do the harmony parts. Now everybody's using tracks. It's not fair.
Well, let's not poke that old bear about young musicians nowadays. Computers are doing everything, and nobody's learning music, learning how to read music, write music.
Yeah.
And then be on the road night after night, gig after gig, just playing your heart out, but building that stamina and that how to rapport with an audience. That's why I love Patsy so much, because Patsy, you are the ultimate entertainer. You are tireless. First off, where do
thank
you
I
get
feel
energy?
that way about you. Come on.
No, where do you get your energy though? I mean,
you too.
Red Bull.
It's just so awesome that you were so driven way back when, and you've done exactly what you set out to do. I mean, this is like watching your plan laid out in front of you, and the education side, the doctorates, and the entertainer side, and then just giving back to the community. And you got a lot of that from your grandfather.
Well, you remember in the beginning, I had planned to be a medical doctor, not a singer. The whole thing was, it just kind of happened. You know, I was the trumpet player, and then they started getting me to sing, and then Dee gets in the band, and we do this collaboration, and we're dancing, and we're acting out little skits on stage. And and then that's why I said, well, this is really fun, you know, but I got to go back to school, you know. But once I got my first degree in science, my grandfather was actually the one to tell me that, you know what, you're doing these things with the kids, because by that time I was going and speaking to kids and for career days and talk and working with these different organizations. He says, you have a God-given gift. He goes, you need to sing. I was like, wow. And that's when I went full-fledged into the music. I never really dreamed I would be a musician, let alone a singer entertainer, or as I call myself, an edutainer.
Oh,
That's nice.
your grandfather was so strict, though. We used to practice in a house in her backyard, in his backyard, and she had to be in at a certain time. She could only stay out so long, but he was really on you about studying and being.
Yes, he was my inspiration and my motivation to go. I wish he could have seen me get my doctorate. He would have been so proud. But he was the one that told me to go ahead and sing instead of pursuing the medical field, which was amazing. I think God spoke through him that day. He said, you can be a doctor of the spirit and do preventative medicine. And that's what I try to do.
I'm still in awe of you. You know that.
Yeah.
I am so serious. It's just, you are amazing, 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 amazing.
You are an amazing entertainer. When I think of entertainers, Dee, I think of you. And, you know, we had such great times on the road. I mean, we were like brothers and sisters, you know. Yeah. We took care of each other, and these guys were always teaching me things. I mean, like I didn't know what certain words meant, you know. And remember that? And they'd be like, "Patsy, don't you know what that means?" I was like, "What?" And you guys would tell me what it meant. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Patsy she put the naive in naivete. She's just
in the beginning, not anymore. Not anymore. You're thinking of the airplane joke over your head.
It went over her head. Yes. Oh, hi guys. There's two other guys on this show.
Trying to get a word in here. No, I'm just kidding.
Ask me no questions, and I'll tell you no lies.
Well, let's get through some of these comments. These guys have been patient over here. They said, ID, what would you do if Marcus dresses up like you and sings Loco Loco on stage?
I would be up front applauding, because I would want video. I want high resolution images.
It would be like boo, boo.
Free cameras.
He'd have to have the dreads, and he'd have to dance like him. So that's the only thing.
He'd have some rotten tomatoes in his back pocket.
Yeah, we need Candace Vargas on the show pretty soon. Let me see. I'm Marcus. Come sing next week for Ben Delgado. Cricket will be in the house. I don't know what that's referring to. I don't know. Candace Vargas says she is so amazing. Go Patsy.
Hey, Candace. That's my little sister over there in New Mexico.
Yeah, her and her dad are both watching. Hello, y'all. Saludos from Dodi y Nivel. She says Patsy is a beautiful person.
Thank you. They're beautiful. I mean, I'm so happy that all these talented girls are going to be continuing the legacy. There's so much talent. There didn't used to be that many girls, and now there is. And they're devoted, and they're putting out music, and they're performing, and it's awesome. I'm so proud of them. So, Dodi and Candace, I'm so proud of you girls.
Let's see. I said Jamar is fired for messing up Patsy's computer.
It was the EMFs.
We can't see you. So Marcus says Patsy is a force to be reckoned with.
It's my EMFs.
There.
Okay, Rick James.
Candace. Patsy
I
is
just
the
wanna be
Tejano royalty.
He's a super freak right now.
Oh, hey, I wouldn't talk, lady. Juan, hit the
What?
picture. Hit the picture, Juan. Hit the picture.
Oh
Yeah, go ahead.
yes, I
Explain
love
yourself,
it.
Patsy.
That hurt so bad. That was Joey Records' idea because it was trenzas that there's 3 parts of life. They pull your hair so hard. I don't care
Oh, I
whatever
know.
fight I was ever in. I never had my hair pulled so hard that when they did that, oh my gosh! And I had to wear that for like, and not the same one, but they had to keep doing my hair like every couple weeks for 6 months.
Yep.
So everyone was like,
I figured that was the Bo Derek. Wasn't Bo Derek an influence there?
no,
You know?
it was the record company's idea. They even dyed my hair black
Wow.
to make it look
Patsy,
better.
how did you
and,
like when the wind would blow through your hair?
That's what
and
I
you get the
love.
willies.
I was gonna say the difference was when you have the cornrows, like cornrows. That's right.
Cornrows.
I was gonna say crow rows. you. Now, anyway, all the heat just leaves your head, you know. And I was wearing it at Fiesta, Texas, and boy, the heat was leaving. It was great, but it still hurts really bad.
Patsy was also a chola back in the day, wasn't she? With this,
Oh, no.
We've got pictures.
Those weren't even my clothes. They had to get the clothes because I never dressed like that. And they said, well, you need to look the part. So the makeup girl gave me her top and her shorts. I don't know what, she wore something else and put it on me. So you can see I don't look too happy about it.
was that your car?
I'm like, okay, here I am.
Was that your car, or was that somebody else's?
No, that was a lowrider car, yeah.
But yours?
So was it?
The what?
Yours?
No, that wasn't my car.
Oh, okay.
So it was a Blue Harmony, then right to Patsy Torres band.
Yes. When Blue Harmony broke up, I made Patsy Torres band and Dee made La France.
Yeah, I heard about LeBron's. Okay.
You know how they always say when a band breaks up, at least 2 other bands, like mitosis or something.
Always happens.
Yeah.
All right, so
And they're
what are you
both
up
great
to?
bands.
What are you up to these days?
Well, I just did a performance last night at the Tobin. It's a beautiful event center here in San Antonio. It was for a Texas conference for county judges and constables, and it was my full band, 10-piece. So it was awesome. We had a great time.
You're running for office?
Let me mention also, Patsy is a leader in firsts. She's the first Tejano to have music orchestrated for symphony orchestra to her music. She is also the first Tejano to actually make a music video. Lover to Lover, right?
Mm-hmm. You're right.
It's a great video. I was just like, I'd never seen her like that before. That is
Like
so cool.
that. Well, those were my clothes, and that was my car too in the video.
Oh, that's your car, really?
Yeah, did you see the unicorns on the side? I had to paint it on that special. I was all into unicorns.
Patsy's nickname was Pinto Pony back then, or just Pony.
Pinto. Just Pinto.
Just Pinto, Pinto. Yes,
Yeah.
Pinto.
Yeah, because I loved horses so much.
Yeah, she loves horses, and
Still do.
she's. People would think that, well, Patsy Torres, she's probably a party girl. She does no. Patsy had her dog Snowball. She was very much just very close knit friends, very very quiet, except when she's in public. Then she turns out on that persona, and it's just like it's like wow, it's just great to see.
You know, you brought up something that was really funny the other day when we were at KEDA that I totally forgot about. Mi casa está vacía. Tell that story.
I will tell that
forgot.
story. Patsy Torres. She was signed up, and then she had to do her first record, and they gave her a song. It's a beautiful song, and they said, "Here's the title of the song, Mi cama está vacía," and she was like, "My bed? I can't sing that song because look at these lyrics. I'm not that way." And you're trying to look, Patsy, this is not about you. It's about the song. Yeah, but I can't say this thing, Mi cama está vacía. So they ended up changing the name of the song to Mi casa está vacía.
Yes.
Which tones it down a bit, but it was like, but she was so concerned about what will people think of me. Well, 40 years plus, what do you think people think of you now, Patsy?
I don't know. Well, in the beginning when I started in the business, just like anyone started in the business, it was like I was the fresh meat there, hanging there.
That's
and, like fair game. And I was
promoters,
like fighting,
managers,
fighting off everybody.
record label. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was just like, they just expected it, and so it was like fighting it off. And finally over years and years, they stopped trying. They just realized, well, then they said, oh, she must be gay. That's what it is. That's why she doesn't know she's gay.
The go-to answer.
Because I had lots of girlfriends. I mean, I remember I had a whole entourage, Ram and all them, remember?
see, there was Ram.
Ram was a girl, not Ram the singer.
Horse names, or they had animal names.
I gave them names.
All her best friends had animals' names. I dated her friend Ram, which was Marian Ramirez.
Ramirez, yeah.
It was Ram.
Because they were all high school friends, and they wanted nicknames, and I was Pinto, so everybody had their nicknames. And I gave it to them. There was Donut and Ram and all these names I gave. There was Croaker and a bunch of them. But it was fun, because we were straight out of high school.
Wow. All right, let's go ahead and get into our first video here. And this one came out about 2 years ago, I think it was. And this one is called Fake News. Noticias falsas.
Yeah.
Noticias falsas.
Noticias falsas. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you guys check it out. And of course, it's available in streaming on Tejano TV. Patsy Torres, Noticias falsas.
Interrumpimos este programa para darles las noticias de última hora.
Amigos míos, hay algo que debo decirles. Aunque los medios nos dan información, la ira está creciendo diariamente por noticias falsas con historias de ficción. Lo veo en las redes y noticias, y lo escucho en el radio todo el tiempo. Todo el mundo está volviendo loco, por eso te doy mi argumento. No noticias falsas, ya no quiero más noticias falsas. Ya me cansé de las mentiras y amenazas. ¿A quién creamos que creamos? ¿Es verdad o no? No noticias falsas, con escándalos y las conspiraciones. Es un negocio de malas intenciones. Quiero gritar, no noticias falsas.
Y en más noticias, el grupo de Patsy Torres protagonizó un escándalo el fin de semana. Todo parece indicar que como todo evento.
No más. Estamos siendo divididos por prejuicios, y muchos juzgan a otros como un juez. No creas todo lo que escuchas y lo que lees, y solo la mitad de lo que ves. No noticias falsas, ya no quiero más noticias falsas. Ya me cansé de las mentiras y amenazas. ¿A quién creamos que creamos? ¿Es verdad o no? No noticias falsas, con escándalos y las conspiraciones. Es un negocio de malas intenciones. Quiero gritar, no noticias falsas. Busca la verdad que no te engañe, en quien puedes confiar. Mucho cuidado, debes de noticias falsas.
The Three Amigos Show is brought to you by whoever said there was no perfect tequila was wrong. Now there's Mara Sur. Created from a family-owned recipe, our unique and flavorful tequila is made the traditional way and in a range of fun, easy-to-drink flavors. Using the finest agave grown and organically cared for in the state of Jalisco. That means no headaches, no hangovers. Just the pleasure of classic tequila that is second to none. Join the Mara Azul family today. I want my TV.
All right. What happened?
You guys got such a cool show with all your commercials and all official.
Thank you. Sound like somebody
I knew you were coming on.
I love the little what do you call that? Scrolling down the bottom.
Yeah.
Her website. Her website was on there,
News,
so
yeah.
I was like www.pats. I looked it up a second.
Hey,
All
Nice
right,
website.
our logo fit perfectly on the side right there. Like all the letters are scrolling from it.
I saw that.
Could have been the Three Amigos news.
Latest break news.
You know what I've always wondered, Patsy, is why haven't you ever considered running for office? Because you have a vision about the way things ought to be. She's very organized, folks. In the band, we learned to listen to her. Not by choice a lot of times, but she's very, very direct. She's very, very open and honest. And you have you have a concept of how things should be run and how we can be better. And I've always wondered why you haven't run for office.
They've actually asked me on several different occasions if I could run for this or that. And I'm actually in the outskirts of San Antonio. I don't live in San Antonio. And they were like, will you move to San Antonio? I said, no. I don't know. I mean, politics is it's so divided right now and polarized.
And slimy sometimes.
Oh, yeah. And that's the reason I wrote Noticias Falsas. All the fake news. I mean, just change the channel and it's like a whole nother universe out there. So I don't know. Maybe someday I will, because they keep coming and asking me to run for different things. I don't know. But, only if I think I could really make a difference. If I could really make change, then if it was that kind of office, then I would certainly do it.
You've got the brains. You've got the charisma. You've got everything it takes to actually move people, make people.
I would probably get kicked out because I wouldn't listen to the main people, because I'd be for the people and not, the big heads, the leads, or whatever you want to call them, the main ones, and so they'd censure me or something.
What would be your seat of choice? Like mayor or something?
Like maybe senator.
What?
Hey. From this small?
No small potatoes for Patsy.
Patsy Torres, 2024.
Or House of Representatives, if it was something like I said, if I really thought I could make a difference. No.
Nice. Let's see, we got Miss.
See the can of worms you opened, D?
It's my job.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Miss Belinda Segura. She's Patsy. Hello from Catula, Texas. Beautiful.
Hi,
voice.
Belinda.
We have Mr. Rick Valderrama. Rick Stein.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Hola.
Mi amigo. There's another amigo right there, Rick. He's awesome.
Miss Irene Mendoza says hello, Patsy.
Hi, Irene. Thank you for watching.
DJ Rodman out there in Houston, Texas, watching in.
Woo.
Gavino Perez. Hi, amiga. Patsy Torres.
Oh, Gavino.
And,
he's in the top
we're the
promoters of
second
the
thought.
we were second thought.
Yeah,
ID one. Marcus didn't even get mentioned. Ain't that a mess? Marcus didn't even get a mention.
Yeah, you don't know.
I actually met Gavino. We've been friends forever. I met Gavino at one of my school shows. He was a high school kid, and we were talking about dreams, and he's always loved music, and now he's one of the top promoters right now.
He still looks like a high school kid.
I know. He's got that really young.
I mean, I think he's in his what, late 20s or something like that, maybe. He still looks like
I'm not
he's in
going
high
to
school.
say. I'm not going to say. Unless he wants me to say.
Yeah, please
I won't
say.
say anything if you know.
Well, then I've
Age
got a
is just a
question.
number, and ours is unlisted.
I've got a question for you, Patsy, because
Uh-oh.
you've worked in the high schools and talked to scores and scores and
Yeah.
scores of kids, and I'm sure some of them have come back to you years later, having
Yeah.
achieved some office or having pursued a path in their life due to your influence. What does that feel like?
Well, that feels like that's what I was meant to do, because I felt like God put me in this trajectory because I didn't dream of it. And I just couldn't say, this is just too much fun. I have to be making a difference. And when I started doing the school shows, I was making a difference. Kids came up and said, I'm going to quit the gang because of what you said, or I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make up with my parents, or I'm not going to run away, or I'm not going to kill myself. One kid told me she was going to kill herself, and that she came up after the concert. Now I know someone cares about me, and I want to live, because I would always talk about faith. I would mention Jesus, even though the school would go like, oh, she said the J word, And
Well, you're a big advocate Tejanos for Christ, right?
Yes, Tejanos for Christ with Sonny Ozuna and Renee and Rudy T and who else was there? Rudy T.
That sounds like the old Manny Music Gang.
And they were so awesome. And they're the ones that got me into recording Christian music. And I did a Christian album. Now I've been writing a lot of Christian music now. So it just inspires. One thing leads to another.
Yeah. And she was involved in all girl, I think it was like 28 or 20 something ladies, the Unidas en Cristo. With,
Unidas,
yeah.
That's a wonderful, fantastic singer, Geneva Mojares, and she's the one that brought us all together. And we did this song. Geneva said she saw me at a school show. It inspired her. And we're really great friends right now. She's got a great song out right now and a beautiful video she's going to be releasing. I'm really proud of her, and just a dynamic voice. Like I said, there's so much talent out there right now. I mean, Tejano music is in good hands.
And how does it feel when you have all the younger generation of women looking up to you and say, yeah, I look up to Patsy?
Well, I just feel like that's our job. That's our job as the adults in the room. We're supposed to be the role models for the younger ones, what to do and what not to do. And so whenever anyone that asks me for advice, I tell them right away, especially if they're songwriters, I tell them, make sure you copyright your music, make your own publishing company, publish your music, be careful, give a lot of advice like that. And I feel good about it.
Yeah, but some people have to learn the hard way too.
Not everyone's going to ask for advice, and they might see you as competitors. It's not as bad as it used to be. In the beginning, when I started, nobody wanted to help me, not women.
And they had such a strict image of what an idea of how you should portray your image, of the things they wanted you to wear.
And I refused.
Okay.
The thing, show what you got. That's what they do. Show what you got.
Show what you got.
Show what you got.
I got cornrows. That's what I got.
But Patsy is very creative. She came up with the idea of costumes for on stage. I remember we had different colored costumes. We had the silvers.
I know.
We
were kind of looked like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, yeah.
Right?
With costuming.
And we wore headbands too. I wore headbands for a long time. And gloves.
And she had the most wonderful Wonder Woman costume for Halloween. We had a whole skit that we introduced the members of the band, and the finale was as boom, Wonder Woman.
Remember what you played, Dee? Dee was Superman that was exposed to Krypton.
I still got the
dark. That's why he's so dark.
Yeah.
I still got the cape in my closet.
He'll heal in a few days.
Someone brought that up on a podcast. I think Sonny still remembered that. He brought it up. Sonny
Really?
brought it up. Yeah, he brought that up. Costumes or something.
We had Batman and Robin. We had Superman.
Spider-Man.
We had Spider-Man.
Yep. And
the Hulk.
Cuckoo was the
Cuckoo
Hulk.
was the Hulk. Painted himself green. Oh, I mean, we got into it.
Like she said, we had fun. It was just a lot of
Yes.
fun. And even in the hard times, it was fun because do you want to tell the Vegas story or shall I?
Well, in a nutshell, this promoter took us over there promising she was going to send
Christy
us.
Watley.
Oh, you remembered her name. Wow. So she promised that she saw us do a performance there and loved us. She's, I'm going to send you to Japan. And her boyfriend was, what's his name, Dee? Remember? Her boyfriend was that, I don't remember his name. It's some big star.
You're so big star.
Right?
Yeah.
And we get over there and we fly over there to Vegas and everything, cancel our gigs. We had gigs and we canceled them to go. We told them, sorry, but we're going to Vegas. You know, we're going to be touring Japan. We're going to be doing all this stuff. And we get over there and she's like, oh, well, we're not ready yet. You know, you're going to have to stay here for a while. So she puts us up in her private, like,
2-bedroom. Oh, no, was it a 3-bedroom?
Yeah, because I think she was in the other ones.
Yeah.
Her and her mother. Remember how
her mother and her son.
Oh. And here we are all just laying around, bodies everywhere. It got to the point our money ran out. We're still waiting and waiting and waiting. And she's like, well, we're just waiting for the promoters. And we all got our passports ready to go. And anyway,
2 weeks.
We were literally starving. So when we went shopping, Dee was doing the 5-finger discounts.
At the time, I used to wear a brown leather shoulder bag, and the guys in the band would place an order. Man, bring back some hamburger meat, some potatoes, some milk.
Man,
and I'd go
whatever to do, take care of the band, huh? That's what it's about.
And then Cuckoo would cook, and he'd be tasting the whole time. Remember, he'd be tasting.
Tasting.
Cuckoo. He was the cook.
And
it was rough.
You bailed us out. You got us all back to San Antonio, for which we were greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I actually had to sell my car so that we had enough that we could fly everybody back.
You sold your car? See,
yeah.
You told us that you borrowed the money from your grandfather.
And I had to sell my car to pay him back. Yeah.
Wow. Truth comes out after all these years.
Well, see, it was not just the band. It was also 2 of the road crew that were.
Yeah. It wasn't my band. We were a band.
Yeah.
That's what broke up Blue Harmony. That was Blue Harmony. That's what broke us up. Because it was just, everybody was just so crushed. And then we had canceled those gigs and people were mad at us because we canceled gigs to go to Vegas. So it was like, that was it. It's fate. Wow.
But we did get to see Liberace's house because he was right down the street.
That's right.
That's one of those.
We did some showcases, but
the Maxim.
It's one of those stories where you're swinging for the fences.
You live and learn,
Yeah, and if you're not taking those chances, you never know. So.
Well, we shouldn't have gone without a contract.
Right.
We didn't have a written contract, and that was a big mistake. We're just young kids, and we made a mistake. Never again.
Well, Patsy, last summer I went to Vegas and I went to the old apartment complex.
What, you remembered where it was?
Oh yeah.
Well, we knew it was around Liberace's house. Yeah.
Yeah. Juan, when we come back from video, I have pictures.
Okay. And remember, we were still practicing. She had us
we practiced in the clubhouse.
Yeah, thinking we were going to go. So we were still, keeping tight and everything, even though we were starving. And wow.
And if you don't know what 10 people in one room after 2 weeks smells like, I don't know how you stood it, Patsy.
Yeah, me and 9 guys. Yeah. 9 stinky brothers.
Hey. And we all couldn't take a shower on this every day. So it was just.
Wow.
Anyway, back to happier news.
That's something really nobody knows, Dee. Nobody knows that stuff.
Now everybody knows.
But only on the 3 Amigos.
Well, let's go ahead and get into another video here for everybody. This is a awesome throwback, Miss Patsy Torres. And this one is called Una Lágrima. right here on the Three Amigos Show.
Una flor sin rocío morirá y nunca más vendrá la primavera. Aunque mi corazón te espera, sé que no volverá el amor y es por eso que yo no vivo más. El agua de los ríos se detendrá, el cielo no tendrá ningún color, porque se terminó mi amor desde que me dejaste sola. Existo pero ya no vivo más. Una lágrima por tu amor, una lágrima lloraré, brotará de mi corazón. Te quise tanto que tal vez nunca te olvidaré. Fuiste el primer amor y no volverás. El agua de los ríos se detendrá, el cielo no tendrá ningún color, porque se terminó mi amor desde que me dejaste sola. Existo pero ya no vivo más. Una lágrima por tu amor, una lágrima lloraré, brotará de mi corazón. Te quise tanto que tal vez nunca te olvidaré. Fuiste el primer amor y no volverás. Una lágrima por tu amor, una lágrima lloraré, que saldrá de mi corazón. Te quise tanto que tal vez nunca te olvidaré. Fuiste el primer amor y no volverás. Fuiste el primer amor y no volverás. Fuiste el primer amor y no volverás.
The Three Amigos Show is brought to you by whoever said there was no perfect tequila was wrong. Now there's Mara Sur. Created from a family-owned recipe, our unique and flavorful tequila is made the traditional way and in a range of fun, easy-to-drink flavors. Using the finest agave grown and organically cared for in the state of Jalisco. That means no headaches, no hangovers. Just the pleasure of classic tequila that is second to none. Join the Mara Sur family today.
All right.
And we're
Torres,
back.
una lágrima. Hey, was that Alec Gomez playing in the back?
Yes. He started out with
It
me.
still looks the same.
Alex
What?
Gomez, Rene Hernandez on drums, Frankie Solalinde on accordion. I don't know who the guitar player was, but
Oh, I have to see it again. I didn't notice him.
Hey guys, I had enough time on the break to write up this contract. We have Dee's address. We have to find the other addresses for the reimbursement from that trip to Vegas.
All right.
We're gonna finish out
reparations.
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 letter. Yeah, I have D's address. I'm gonna send that out to him first.
Woo!
Yeah, what a friend, Marcus.
I
What a
know.
friend. Thanks, bro.
Our legal eagle.
Hey, hey, you better hope Alec isn't watching this too, because you threatened him about a dance off too. So
Oh, you did, D?
From Sunny South Sailors Band.
so he's playing with Sonny. He's a dancer back there, so D kind of threatened
He
him.
does
a
the
little bit.
same steps that he did with me. Did you see that, D? He
Yes.
does the same steps.
La 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 la. So anyway, Patsy, how is it that you don't know how to fail? I'll put it that way.
Everybody fails.
Show me where. Tell me one failure. Go ahead. I've never seen you fail.
I wanted to be a medical doctor.
That's not a failure. You changed courses. That's all. That's not a failure.
I mean, there's failures everywhere, but that's how you learn, and that's how you take a different path sometimes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with failing, because you learn the most when you fail. Because you're like, like Vegas, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to go somewhere without a contract or money down. That was a failure, right? Right there, D.
No, but we learned.
That's what I'm saying.
We
learned. We should never be afraid of failing. We took a risk, but when we failed, but we learned from it. And we appreciate everything we have. Every failure makes you count your blessings, when you have success.
Okay, well then I'll put it this way. When are you going to open your amusement park? Because I consider you to be like the Dolly Parton of Tejano, because you are everywhere. You're such a role model. You're so well loved. When are you going to open Patsy World?
Now make up your mind. First is you want me to be a politician. Now you want me to own an amusement park.
Well, then let's just call it what it is, president.
Yeah.
You do a good job.
I would try.
I can imagine the speech.
My fellow Americans,
No.
let us not be divided by race or creed, color, or ethnic, or social, or economic.
And being the Latina that you are, would you tell off one of the other candidates?
Would I do what?
Being a Latina, would you go off on one of the other candidates?
Only if it was like a true thing. I mean, I'm not going to be name calling, like horse face, or this, or
I've never seen you sling mud at anybody. I've never heard you talk.
My mother always said, when you talk bad about somebody, you only make yourself look bad.
Yeah, of
And
course.
she taught me that way back. So there's no point. I mean,
Yeah.
why are you going to talk bad about people? Now, if I have to warn someone about someone because they're a crook or they're doing something wrong, I'll say, like, hey, watch out for that person.
Yeah,
And that's the only time.
You've never been a backstabbing kind of person, so that's what I admire. I admire if you can't tell. I really
But
do.
why be a backstabber? That's what, I think
Can't get
people that
ahead that way.
backstab are insecure. They're insecure. And they think they have to do that to get somewhere. They think putting down people makes them look better, and it doesn't. A lot of people do that. I mean, a lot of the politicians do that. Well, he did this, like little first graders.
Well, Patsy, tell us something that nobody knows about Patsy Torres.
That nobody knows.
Yeah.
I don't know. You were already saying a bunch of stuff.
Well, I'll put it out in the streets, girl. But
Yeah, just I think a lot of people already know how much I love horses. I still love horses.
Mhm.
I rode horses. I used to train my horses. I broke them. I don't know. I'm very religious, but I'm very open-minded too about religions, because religion is man-made.
yes,
I guess-
thank you.
So I'll just say I'm a Christian,
Yeah.
and I have my way of worship, and I have my beliefs, and all the stuff that's going on. You just try to do it as right. I've got a lot of family in heaven right now. I lost my grandparents, my parents, 2 sisters, an uncle, a lot of people, and I want to make sure I go to heaven to be with them. So I got to be good.
Now, you wanted to get into the medical field. Was there a certain area that you wanted to be a part of?
I wanted to be a pediatrician.
Pediatrician.
And I felt bad. At one time I was speaking at the Santa Rosa Children's Hospital. It's a hospital here in San Antonio, a very well-known hospital. And I was speaking to the kids, and the doctors were there, and I sang for them and interacted with them. And this was way back before I went back to school for my PhD, and I was still kind of feeling weird that I wasn't in school and that I was just singing. And so in the speech, I talked about my grandfather, which I always do, because he was, like Dee said, he was my ultimate inspiration and motivation. And I just talked about how I wanted to be a doctor, but I didn't, And the doctor came up afterwards and he said, really loved what you did with the kids, loved what you sang and how you sang and what you said. But I noticed regret in your voice when you spoke about not becoming a medical doctor. And I said, yeah, I see these kids and I think, should I have been here at the hospital and helping them, curing them, comforting them? Am I being lazy that I'm doing this singing thing and I'm not becoming a doctor? And he said, let me tell you, he said, I've been a doctor for 25 years. I work with these kids. I do my best to bring them comfort, to make them happy. He goes, the way you had them today, smiling and enjoying themselves and loving life, goes, you're doing the right thing. And I was like, wow.
Nice.
Sometimes God sends people to tell us things when we're in doubt of our path. God does that, because you're like, God, give me a sign. And, he's like, all these things. And you're like, please give me a sign, Yeah. And then finally someone just comes and tells you point blank. And then you like when my grandfather said, I think you should sing, I think God was speaking through him too.
Nice. There's a lot of female Tejano artists that are in the medical industry, medical field. Oh, that's what you're going to say. I got
That's
you.
what I was going to say. That's an observation I've made, is that a lot of the great Tejano female lead singers are all in the medical field. You got Delia Gonzalez, you got Shelly Lattis is all with the hospice, you got Aisha works with the healthcare, and you got you, Agnes Torres is also working. It's like, is it the empathy or what?
Well, the thing that drives us is when we're in front of the people and they're smiling at us, or sometimes they're crying because we sang a song that really touched them and they talk to us afterwards, and we're a model for them. Like I said, if you're an adult, you're a role model no matter what. Because you remember in the day when all these artists were going crazy and they would say, well, hey, kids are watching you. And they're saying, I'm not a role model. I'm not telling them to do it. I'm just doing my thing. No. If you're an adult and you're around kids, you're a role model. And they're going to copy you. They're going to see what you're doing, good or bad or otherwise. And I've always taken that. And I think all of us girls, I think it's an innate thing, the motherhood thing, that we just want to help and we want to fix and we want to make a difference. It gives us purpose, And I guess that's like the school shows. It gave me purpose and passion. And anytime I can do something with my music or my performances or my speaking engagements, and I'm able to touch someone's life and change them or get them into a different path maybe, or get them to believe in themselves and in God, then I'm doing my job. I'm here on the earth for a reason.
Well, you say that I'm a good entertainer, but I attribute it to Blue Harmony because you brought up about playing in front of people. You have to have that mindset that if people, they could have gone to the movies, they could have gone out to dinner, they could have done anything else, but if they came to see you, doesn't matter if it's 10 people or 10,000 people, you give them the same show because you're just helping them forget whatever miseries in their life. They get to forget for a couple of hours. And what's so hard about that? Why can't you do that? It's not all me. No, you give back to people who just want a little escape for a little while.
Well, remember some of I'm not going to name the Tejano bands, but remember some of the Tejano bands that would get to a venue and they looked and there wasn't enough people and they decided not to play. Remember that? I know you know who they are. They would do stuff like that, and instead of being grateful to those people that are there and paid and came to see you, they're like, oh, no, there's not enough people. We're going to move on.
I've got to do this.
What? You're gonna call him out. Oh,
His weekly tape.
Yeah, I think he's already went through like 2 rolls.
I keep a roll of Gorilla Tape on my desk because I tend to
gorilla.
You said don't name names, and I'm like, oh, but I want to name names. It sickens us when you see that, when it's all about me. You know, they came to see me, the lights, the glamour, they want to be me, and it's like, who do you think you are?
Yeah,
we're servants. We provide a service to people, and we get paid for it, and we get paid handsomely. But
and we play for a living.
That's true.
Well, you know, some advice I give to especially the singers that are listening is, like you said, 10 people or 10,000 people. You always give it your all every time, and you push it harder every time, because you never know. I mean, if you're going to hold back because you think, oh, there's not enough people, I'm going to hold back. How do you ever know what your best is if you're not always pushing it and pushing it? And I still do that. You know, like when I did my new medley. Have you heard it, Dee?
Not yet.
I did. It's called Patsy's Throwback Medley. And guess what? Mi casa está vacía. They are 3 songs from the 80s that were my hits from the 80s. And I re-recorded them with the band in the original keys.
Mi casa está vacía.
Yes, but different arrangements, because the guys put together all this stuff, and the brass and everybody, and I wanted to do it in the original keys, and I pushed it, you know, and I'm always pushing it, like, can I do this? Especially when they challenge me, like I'm doing a Patsy Cline tribute. Remember that?
Yes, I do. I know that.
You know, they said, can you do Patsy Cline? And that was a whole accident too, total accident.
Patsy can sing anything, and. One of the biggest things, there were 2 songs that we did in Blue Harmony that people just could not get enough of. One was My Endless Love by Lionel Richie that Patsy and I would sing, and then The Rose. And that was just night after night, people would. She sings it that well, and the arrangement we did was just that wonderful. It's just
that was wonderful too, right? The reason that the guys worked so hard to get the songs perfect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She also did doo-wop. You also did the doo-wop group. I forgot what it's called. When you were working, we did a show with Henry Pena.
Dreamliners.
Yes. A doo-wop group. They were all dressed up and with the dresses. Their hair was all up, fixed up, 60s style.
Gloves, and we were doing the little moves and everything with Rebecca Valadez.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for this question.
What?
It's for D.
What?
Oh.
If there were no Blue Harmony, would there have been a Culturas?
Well, no, because I never wanted to be a singer, and it was when
blame it on her.
No, but I was the same thing.
Who was the singer that quit that we had to try to cover parts for gigs? Hugo quit, and then we were scrambling like, well, can you sing that song?
Because we were the brass section. We weren't the singers.
But we did some background and stuff. But
yeah, that was it. And
so we both became singers out of necessity to play for gigs that we were committed to. Mm-hmm. And that's so, wow. And then just the evolution, the working together, because working with Patsy is so much fun. I mean, she's not afraid to try stuff on. You're not afraid to try stuff on stage.
You too.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
actually, you know what? You know, we're like soulmates. You know, we just gelled. You know, and we fed off each other. We learned off each other, and one would do something. We're like, yeah, I like that. And we, you know, I mean, we didn't really have dance practice. We just did it on stage, and then, let's do it again.
Yeah.
And copy each other. And
every night was different. Every night was fresh that way.
And we kept pushing it. Like I said, we would try something new. Dee started throwing himself on the ground when we did hit me with your best shot, you know, so then I'd pretend I was slapping him and kicking him, and you know.
No, I said, don't pretend. Hit me for real.
And I did.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
I wanted
he
to
was
make you
doing.
happy.
I thought you were going to say he was doing Prince and just threw himself on the ground and started dragging himself all over
Oh,
the place
that
on the
too.
stage.
Oh, he did. He did everything. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Patsy used to sing.
So at that
The
point,
what?
when you guys are covering and doing backup and then filling in, did anything change at that point? Say, yes, I guess we're going to be singers after this.
It just, I don't know. It was just, I
It
unsaid,
started
right?
and it started and we just kept doing it, I guess, because we
Because
got
it
through
was
that
still
song.
the band. It wasn't Patsy and Dee and Blue Harmony. It was Blue Harmony, and we never like pushed it like, oh, we should be featured. We were one of the guys, We were
In
team.
answer to Marcus's question, no, there would have been no Culturas without Blue Harmony because there were two songs that I sang on. One was La 45 by Little Joe, and the other one was Las Nubes that we did.
Yes,
And
together.
they scared me into singing in Spanish. Patsy and Red more.
Because the other guys couldn't sing. They couldn't sing in Spanish. They couldn't sing. So it was like, Dee, you got to do it.
Yeah, but the thing is, Red Moore's a white guy, and he was teaching me Spanish, how to sing in Spanish and how to pronounce this stuff. Red's the engineer for Selena when all the big
Yeah.
hits. And he was a brilliant guy, but without Blue Harmony, no, there would have been no Culturas because
Without Blue Harmony, I wouldn't have been a singer.
Yeah.
No.
So those of you that never got to see Blue Harmony,
I'm using the name again, Dee. We were just Blue Harmony last night at the
Reunion.
Don't you
Everyone
start.
Cuckoo talks about it.
Patsy, mute.
D got fired on his day off. No.
Patsy, this is how it gets started. Juan Mendoza is a snake in the grass.
What?
Juan Mendoza.
He's a stalker. He's a stalker.
What?
Oh, I don't know the stalking aspect.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong Juan. I'm sorry, Juan.
Thank you. I'm like, what's stalking? Who am I stalking?
Wrong one.
I was thinking of Juan Lopez.
Oh,
He's my personal stalker.
What?
No.
Oh, enlighten us. What's
You
it
know
like having a
Juan.
stalker?
It's a joke. He's a
Oh.
drummer. Yeah, we call each other stalker. I'm sorry.
Now, we
Your-
want to
your
know when
prima-
D is going to be back on stage with Blue Harmony. That's the question.
Yeah.
See, that's what Juan does. Juan gets that ball rolling. I was not coming out of retirement. I wasn't going to do anything, and I happened to bump into this guy and do one of his shows. And go ahead, he and DJ Sass kept pushing me towards Marcus. Oh, you guys ought to do a duet together. Oh, you guys ought to sing together on a show or something. I was not coming back out. And then they got this ball rolling, and here I am. And then they started talking, well, there ought to be a Culturas reunion. And next thing I know, there's the ball rolling, and I guess I'm doing a Culturas reunion because I have the disease that Patsy gave me. I can't say no. You don't say no either, Turkey. So
there's my ammo. There's my ammo.
No, but I appreciate Juan.
You heard it here
Was it
first.
2020, Juan?
What?
Was it in 2020
When? What?
with the recognition that you did?
Oh, for you? Yes. I think it was 2020.
Yes.
Yes.
Because let me tell you, that like brightened up my year.
I think it was the height of the pandemic, so everybody was, at home and stuff already, and I can't go out and stuff. But, we were doing like a little awards thing, on our part because of the countdowns and stuff like that. And, Patsy's been in the business for a long time and one of the best, and we just wanted to recognize her, and we're glad it lifted her spirits up, through the whole
It really
pandemic
did.
thing. So.
And I still appreciate it. I was just looking at it yesterday. And I've got it up. But and that's when I wrote Noticias Falsas and all those songs. And
So wait, you thought it was fake news that I gave that to you?
The what?
You thought it was fake news that I gave it to you?
I appreciated it.
No, we just wanted to lift her spirits up and just
And you
recognize her for everything that she did for the industry. And, and
Thank
she's
you.
still here. She's still out there doing it, busting ass and performing and everything else. So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Blue Harmony reunion coming soon.
Oh,
would you display the screen one?
Oh,
the
Por
what?
favor. Not that one.
There he is in the corner.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to show the one that I've. No, play the real one.
Okay.
The real screen. Don't hide it.
Don't fall for it, Patsy.
Oh, that's you, D.
Juan is insidious. I swear he's insidious. He'll jokingly refer to something. Oh, so you guys ought to do the reunion, and then all of a sudden, now on the news, a Blue Harmony reunion planned for this summer.
Hey,
Well, you know what?
It's what the industry
You would know all
needs.
the songs we did last night. Because we did Uptown Funk, we did September, we did Play That Funky Music.
Oh, this
Boogie
definitely
Shoes.
got to be a reunion now.
You know all that stuff.
When are you
all stuff
playing
we
next?
did.
When are you playing next?
Look at
So,
his
let me
face.
know when
Look at
you're
his
playing
face.
next. I want to do it. I can't say no. So
It should be an event, though, right, Juan?
Yeah, it's got to
I
be a
don't
big
care if
event.
it's in the
It can't be
corner,
just.
VFW.
Yeah, you
It
just
can't be
can't
just a dance.
randomly show up on stage. No,
Yeah,
this is a big deal.
No,
Mhm.
it has to be. It has to be big. It has to be next year in Vegas.
Ah.
Marcus, where were the first two places that we played together? The Mustang Sally's and the BNR, or what's the name of that?
Yeah,
club?
it was just randomly we walked on stage.
Yeah, we randomly got up and
Never met each other before.
That's why we didn't know each other. So,
Wow.
oh, incidentally, I still haven't met Juan. Juan and I have been working together for 2 years, and we still never met.
Oh,
Never met in person. I've met
Not in
Patsy. I've
person.
met Marcus, and never met D. Still.
So
wow.
I hide out like you, Patsy. You say I live on the outskirts. I'm looking. Okay.
I saw Juan at one of the radio promo that they had in San Antonio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was the Internet Radio Gala, and then
Yes.
I think Under the Bridge when you were fixing to get on stage. I think we did a little interview there too, and then you're doing your little biography videos online and stuff, and I ended up playing them on the show at some point. So that was pretty
I
cool.
think you played one of my radio shows too.
A few of them, I think.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Another accomplishment. Radio DJ Dr. Patsy Torres.
I was tempted to ask her to be a DJ permanently on the show.
Ask her. She can't say no. It'll be the four of us every Wednesday.
3 men and a little lady.
Pat, I know Patsy's got a joke coming for that one.
Oh,
She'll be the baby. 3 men and a baby.
oh no.
Or no,
I'm gonna
3
be,
men
I'm
and a
gonna be
baby
nice.
doll. How's that?
Oh, doll. So like I don't have any brains. I'm just a doll.
Oh no!
Backfire.
Wait. We were talking about being musicians, and most musicians, I don't understand, Patsy, how you've done things your way. You've played the most unusual circuit. Now, if people, musicians, the Tejano musicians, we do La Onda Tejana. We do the circuit of all the clubs, all the different venues and stuff. You went a totally different route. You were playing high schools. You're playing major events, doing New Year's Eve in San Antonio on all the big stages and stuff. How? I mean, nobody sees that but you. You had that vision, and you were successful. You succeed.
It's just entertainment, D. It's just entertainment. Like the Patsy Cline thing. I was friends with this person that owned an Italian restaurant, and they asked me if I could put together a 50s show. And so I put together this 50s show, and I hired a guy to be Elvis, which actually Gary, he's the one that's singing with Blue Harmony now. And I hired all these people to be different characters, and I was Connie Francis, so I bought the wig. And I was singing where the boys are, and so they saw me on Facebook, this theater from Fredericksburg, Texas. And you know who called me? LaFranz, the bass player.
Andy Walker.
Andy. He played with this group over there in Fredericksburg, and they were doing tribute artists. And Andy calls me, he goes, "Hey, Patsy," he goes, "So you do Patsy Cline?" And I didn't know he had seen the picture of me, and he thought I was doing Patsy Cline. And I'm thinking, well, I know crazy. So I just said, yeah, okay, well, they want to hire you and you're going to do this. And I'm like, and I just said, okay.
Can't say
No
no.
rehearsal, nothing. I go up there, they do a sound check, and I did 3 Patsy Cline songs. I went and bought an outfit, got the wig.
I like
and
the
then they
wig.
hired me again and again. And the next thing you know, a band comes up. We want to be your Patsy Cline band. And I have a Patsy Cline 1-hour show now.
Nice.
Wow.
What are your go-to songs for her?
Oh, man. I love all her songs. Like last night I did I Fall to Pieces, and they love it. I love She's Got You. Sweet Dreams. I love Sweet Dreams. There's another one, Always. I do 16 of her hits.
Oh, wow.
So I love them all. You know, there's let's see, what's the other one? If You've Got Leaving on Your Mind, Walking After Midnight. I mean,
Ooh, I'm walking after midnight.
There's so
Patsy,
many.
can you say hi to our friend Aisha?
Aisha, she's on there. Hey, sister.
Oh, by
You
the
know, we were
way,
talking about her earlier.
Yes.
I've gotta say there's a big hello coming to you from your prima, Agnes Torres. She wanted me to say hello
Oh,
to you.
prima.
Yeah, prima.
God bless you, Agnes.
Yeah. Aisha says she's glad they brought back Blue Harmony. So I'm like,
Thank you. Yeah, because we play everything. I mean, country, oldies. I mean, like I said, Dee, all that stuff that we used to do. That was Blue Harmony, had that variety, but it was always dance entertainment.
nice.
So where does Gary live? He might, come up with a broken leg or something. I mean, just in case I need to fill in.
He lives here in San Antonio.
Okay.
He used to be a dancer for Amber Rose.
No way!
And later on, he started to sing, and I saw that. And I got him in my show. He did some school shows. He did some 50s shows. Now he does Elvis impersonations, and he does great. And last night he did great. He sings everything.
Nice.
And
We
he's
got
a showman because he's a dancer. So he goes like all over the place.
Now, see, I envisioned a black guy, named Gary that is doing all this stuff. But then you say
Gary Garcia. He was like one of those boys in the back, the cute boys in the back dancing with the girl. Now he's in front.
It's true.
He's doing great. I'm really proud of him too. He's my protege.
Oh, she's got proteges now. Well, Mistress Mentor.
we have Mr. Henry Zimmerly from Street Talk Magazine in the house. Saluditos, everyone.
Hey, Henry.
It is my official duty at this time to say that I'm late. I told Patsy this is a 1-hour show, but we haven't done a 1-hour show yet. We are now at 9:21. Every Tejano artist we have a blast with, and there's so many stories to tell, and more that we won't tell. But I just wanted to give the official announcement that, guys, we are once again over time, but we're having fun. Thank you, Patsy, for sticking around.
Time flies when you're having fun.
There you go. All right, let's go get into our last video here.
Oh.
And this is a classic also, and this one is called Chiquitita, Miss Patsy Torres.
Oh, Chiquitita.
Right here on the Three Amigos show.
Chiquitita, dime por qué tu dolor hoy te encadena. En tus ojos hay una sombra de gran pena. No quisiera verte así, aunque quieras disimularlo. Si es que tan triste estás, ¿para hombro aquí llorando. Cuenta conmigo ya para así seguir hablando. Tan segura te conocí y ahora toda la quebrada. Déjamela arreglar, yo la quiero ver curada. Chiquitita, sabes muy bien que las penas vienen y van y desaparecen. Otra vez vas a bailar y serás feliz como flores que florecen. Chiquitita, no hay que llorar, las estrellas brillan por ti allá en lo alto. Quiero verte sonreír para compartir tu alegría, chiquitita. Otra vez quiero compartir tu alegría, chiquitita. Chiquitita, sabes muy bien que las penas vienen y van y desaparecen. Otra vez vas a bailar y serás feliz como flores que florecen. Chiquitita, no hay que llorar, las estrellas brillan por ti allá en lo alto. Quiero verte sonreír para compartir tu alegría, chiquitita. Otra vez quiero compartir tu alegría, chiquitita. Otra vez quiero compartir tu alegría, chiquitita.
The Three Amigos Show is brought to you by whoever said there was no perfect tequila was wrong. Now there's Mara Sur. Created from a family-owned recipe, our unique and flavorful tequila is made the traditional way and in a range of fun, easy-to-drink flavors. Using the finest agave grown and organically cared for in the state of Jalisco. That means no headaches, no hangovers. Just the pleasure of classic tequila that is second to none. Join the Mara Sur family today.
Yes. Awesome. Patsy Torres in Chiquitita. Right here on the Chiquito Show.
Directed by Manuel Cucu Corrales.
Cuckoo did that. I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of wardrobe changes in that video.
And I
like the
always
blonde
think of
hair.
my grandfather because he used to call me Chiquitita. Dr. Torres. Yeah.
Dr. Torres. So we have Gavino. Gavino said he's 40 years old, so he gave his actual age. I didn't know he was 40.
Gavino!
Let's see. We have
You had to do
Aisha.
it. You had to do it.
I like the song. It reminds me of an ABBA song, but a cumbia.
Yes, exactly. That's what it is.
It is.
That she's gonna be like Fernando, ABBA style.
I know.
Let's see, we have
I love doing that song.
Gabe Montes says hola.
Oh, hi, Gabe.
Aisha says we're funny. And now that's
So were you, Aisha, remember?
And she was laughing and singing and everything throughout the whole show. Nice. So
she's
what
a
are you
sweetheart.
so what are you working on? What are you working on these days?
I've written more music. Like I said, I'm promoting the medley. It's called Patsy's Throwback Medley. Just writing more stuff and recording more stuff and looking forward to releasing it.
Nice.
I've got two questions, Patsy.
What?
I've got two questions. One I ask of every guest simply because it helps me understand how to deal with it. Okay. At some point in your life, in everybody's life, somebody says something negative that affects you. And no matter how much you're adored by hundreds of thousands of people all over the planet, and you adore them as well back. But there's always one person who said something negative to you that stuck with you that you couldn't let it go. For me, it was a little old lady, the very first Culturas gig that we did at Randy's Ballroom, Randy's Rodeo. She came around the back and she said to me, "You will never be one of us." And that stuck with me. And so I've asked every artist, what is something negative someone that said to you, even though you're loved and adored by millions, it still sticks with you?
No, I don't let that happen, and you shouldn't either, Dee, because there's reasons that people say negative things like that. I talked about being insecure or being racist, or they like to blame.
You can't stop them from saying it.
You can't stop them, but you can't let them hurt you like that.
Oh no! I didn't say it hurt me.
That.
It didn't hurt me. In fact, it made me perform harder because I wanted to embrace. I wanted to immerse myself in the culture, understand what I'm singing about, what I'm trying to get people to have a great time. So that spurred me on. But people make negative comments all the time, and you've had your share, I'm sure. But there's none that have ever stuck with you.
No, I talked about the school shows, that every school show, the kids loved us. They loved us, except for one school show that the kids just sat there and just looked at me like, and here we're doing the same thing we did. And, I'm like, working really hard, and they're still like.
So that's the one thing that stuck with you. It wasn't something they said. It was an event.
Well, it was a school show. And
it affects you.
After the school show, usually the kids would come rushing to the stage and well, at the end, all the kids in the front, the bell started ringing and they just got up like, Oh, even when I went out in the crowd, they were like,
too cool for school.
And I would hear all these kids screaming in the back. But all the ones in the front were just like, so the show ends and I'm like, uh-oh, I've lost it. That's it. They're not listening to me anymore. This is it. I'm not going to do school shows anymore. So all these little kids are waiting for me afterwards. Like, we love the concert. And I was like, really? You really loved it? He goes, yes. It's just that the school's so racist. And I go, what? He goes, oh, yeah. They found out you were coming. They go, Beater's not going to tell us what to do.
Wow.
And they just sat there looking at me, and it just clicked. And they were telling me how bad they were treated. See, all the little Latinos were sitting in the back. At the end of the show, all of them rushed the stage, and all the white kids just went, and left.
Oh, wow.
And it was, and when they told me that, I added a part about prejudice in my show for the rest of the shows after that. It never happened again. It was that one show, and it was here in San Antonio.
Wow. The reason I asked this question, I don't think I've ever explained it, is that I want people to know that it happens to us too.
Of course.
We're not perfect. We're just human beings, and we are affected by other human beings that we encounter in our lives. And we persevere. We get through it. We process it. We get through it, and we make ourselves better because of it.
Well, because we have to understand that we're out there. They're seeing us, and sometimes they get these ideas of what we're like or what we do, and we get judged, whether it's right or wrong. All we can do is if it's something they don't like, we can talk to them if they want to talk to us. If they still don't like us after not knowing us, then okay, sorry, not everyone's going to like us. I don't like you either. You can say, I don't like you either.
You ought to see my challenge here in my little town. There's like 500 people that live here.
Where do you live?
I live in Colorado.
Okay.
I live north of Denver, about 100 miles north of Denver, in a little bitty town.
Hey, I might be in Denver soon. I'll let you know.
All right. If it's Blue Harmony, I'll go and like Marcus suggests, I'll go up and make an invent of it. How's that?
Okay,
I can't say no, so the answer is always yes.
I'll let you know.
No.
And
Guess one.
take Marcus with you. That way he can do a little part in the show too.
There you go, Marcus.
And
Those guys are big time. I'm not big time yet.
Oh, come on.
Marcus, you are doing exactly what we did too. You're learning this. You've learned to sing every different genre there was. You're doing mariachi. You're doing country. You're doing pop. You're doing tejano. So come on, don't say big time.
the '80s rewind band and everything.
Yeah. That y'all style and the genre is that y'all hitting on, and the energy on stage is so familiar. So I'm right there with you. I love it.
Oh yeah, we're always moving. Just you can't help it. How can you just stand there to that kind of music?
Oh, you can't. That would pain me to just stand there.
Yeah, that blue. See, you named like 5 songs off the Blue Harmony set list, and I was like, "Damn, that's on my '80s band set list right now."
I know,
Those same songs.
That's why I said you might take him up there with you guys.
Yeah.
Take him up there with
We
you guys.
would do like "We Are Family," and we do Journey. We do like 3 different Journey songs.
Who hits some high notes?
Sometimes Patsy would help me on the really high parts, like on Michael Jackson. Like, I wanna rock with you.
I do that with Gary too. I know. Yeah.
So it's great to have a partner that can sing up there, and then you go, "Thank you."
Hey, but that's the teamwork. That's what I'm talking about. That's the teamwork. We make all together. We make the whole show look good. It's not about just me. Plus, I'm going to make you look good. You're going to make me look good. We're all going to look good.
Second question. You have not taken a break since I've known you.
True.
You've been on and on, whether it's in different arenas, the school advocacy, performing live, doing the different shows like the Patsy Clan or the Dreamliners. When's it going? When do you anticipate, or do you?
I don't know. I mean, Alec, well, you saw Alec in the last video, right?
Uh-huh.
You saw him in there again. Back in 2000 and I think 1 or 2, that's when he was like, well, let's retire. I'm like, what? He thought he did retire for a while, and he ended up coming back, and he's doing great. But I think I can't even say, I used to say way back, oh, in 5 years, I'm going to do this and do that. I can't. God makes the plan. I didn't plan to go back to school. He gave me the opportunity. I didn't plan to go all the way for a PhD. That opportunity came to me through a scholarship that I would never have dreamed of. No student loans to worry about. I got scholarships. I mean, that's God sent right there. He wanted me to get an education, and being an educated person, you're supposed to share that. That's why I say I'm an edutainer. I try to teach. I try to lead everywhere I can.
You're going to shift gears. You're going to start doing seminars and to teach positivity, because if people only saw the opportunities that exist around them, if they just open their eyes and realize, I may be struggling right now, but there's an opportunity right here. You're a motivational speaker.
I am. I do. I get paid to be a motivational speaker. I don't know if you knew that. I am a motivational speaker. I just did a couple already, and I get paid just to talk.
The brand new mayor of San Antonio, Miss Patsy Torres.
Dr. Mayor Patsy Torres. That's a great title. Just like a senator. Senator Patsy Torres.
I got to tell you. Oh, can I say this on the air? I don't know. Should I?
Say it anyway.
Say it.
Okay. I was signing autographs, and this lady comes up and says, "So you're a doctor?" And I said, "Yes." She goes, "I've been looking for a gynecologist." I was like, "Oh, not that kind of doctor." All I imagined was her going like, "Wah,"
Okay, right there, behind stage.
We're in public.
I can't get that out of my mind. It's like, oh, I was hoping you were a gynecologist.
How much for a quickie exam?
Wow, that's crazy stuff.
Talk about traumatized.
Oh man.
So just to make it clear, I'm a PhD, which is a Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational leadership and education. Okay.
Nice.
Ah,
Albert Miranda says, hello, I'm in San Antonio. Happy Wednesday. Hey, Patsy Torres. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Gabe Montes says, I've always loved the Positive Force tour.
Yeah.
She is a good role model for the school shows for the kids.
Thank you, Gabe.
Joe Reyes, he's back. He says, hello, my beautiful Dr. Patsy
Hey,
Torres.
Joe.
IMF. Is that Marcus Daniels and Dee Burleson and Juan Mendoza talking about some
and-
true and him too, huh?
Yeah.
Talking about some true amazing people in the industry. I love so much. Awesome, man.
So,
Joe, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad that everything's working out for you. Joe went through some.
Yeah, Joe, lover boy.
Oh yeah, he went through some stuff, and glad he's back on his
Yeah.
feet. So,
Mhm.
Joe and Mercy, out
Yes, Mercy.
they're in that honeymoon stage.
They're so cute. I saw them the other day in San Antonio when Dee didn't show up.
Oh, come on.
oh, for his Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yes.
Thanks, Patsy.
Oh, I got it right here. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh my goodness!
nice.
There it is.
Oh, I thought you meant you accepted D's on his
You
behalf.
should have, yeah. I thought you accepted D's. You should have took it,
Nah.
scratched his name off and put your name on it.
I think
You know,
mine's in the
Jesse,
mail
he's going to make
somewhere.
you come for it, Dee. He's going to make you come for it.
He's gonna hold it until it
Yeah.
shows up.
Yeah.
Well,
Hold it ransom.
as Patsy knows as well as I do, that awards don't really mean a thing. It's not an award. It's a nice to be appreciated for, but
Yeah.
you don't work for the awards. You work for that body of work, that passion that you feel, and you do it day in, day out for free if you have the opportunity. But awards to me are just always about the flavor of the moment. It doesn't say anything about the artist's body of work that they've spent decades formulating and performing. And so if you're hot for the moment you win an award, congratulations. But I'm just not an awards person. So
And I understand. Yes,
I knew Patsy would understand.
I do. I do.
We have
So probably your shelves are probably full of those things, huh?
I've got some nice ones. But you know, the ones that really to me mean the most are the ones that I've gotten from the communities.
Yeah.
You know, the Hidalgo Award is a very big award here in San Antonio, and I got that award. I have awards from the LULAC, and I have a presidential citation, and those kind of awards for my community work, for being a servant of the people, to me means well, I guess it means more, you know, in a way, because in a way these other ones are kind of popularity contests, you know, and I'm not kind of the one that goes out there, you know, like you. I'm not like, you know, but I mean, it's good for validation of what we do, you know, and it's good to get them and be recognized, because it helps our music and our music careers. But we have another career, and that's as citizens, you know, and helping, being out there making a difference.
there you go.
Here's something you didn't know about me, Patsy. For 7 years with Elf Louise, the thing I enjoyed doing even more than music was being Santa Claus. I would dress up as Santa Claus and I'd go to the projects. And little kids don't see black or white, they saw Santa Claus. And to me, I have that feeling inside. I love playing Santa. And that means more to me than any award ever does.
The preciousness of the children too. I mean, it's
Yes.
just, they're our future, and that's why I love doing the school shows. You know, you feel that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
We have a buddy from DFW. It's the Hano time. He said, nice to see Patsy Torres, icon.
Hey, buddy. Hi.
Buddy, you need to get Patsy on your show. He has a show. He has a show on YouTube. It's the Hano time, so we need to get him on there. I think he invited us at one point. Sometime.
Come on, you want to be my manager?
I'm down. I already brought 2 bands back. We might as well bring up another one. And we'll go from there.
Juan Mendoza, star maker. Oh, no.
Telling you, man. That's my job.
Yeah.
Gabe Montes says, you're welcome, Miss Patsy Torres.
Oh, thank you.
Joe Reyes says, D's the only reason I went to San Antonio.
And he
I
wasn't
left.
there. And he wasn't there. You went down there and
wasn't there.
you're a no-show.
Wait. What is this pile on D moment now? What? Gee, thanks, guys.
You know, we delight in doing that.
Oh, no, see? There she goes.
There you go.
So I saw a video of the award show, and they were like, they made the big speech, and Dee Burleson, and everybody was like looking around and looking. It's like a 5-minute delay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hey, Patsy, thank you for spending this evening with us. This has been
my pleasure.
It's been special for me.
With all of you.
Thank you. Yeah, you're always
guys. No, forget those guys. Just I like talking to Patsy.
Because we remind each other of stuff that we haven't talked about with anybody. You know?
Yeah, no frame of reference.
Yeah, there's just certain things,
Dr.
And a lot
Torres
of our guys are gone, actually passed away from Blue Harmony, they're gone. Yeah, so we're keeping the memory alive when we talk about the crazy times.
and the return.
Oh, here he goes. And there's the one Mendoza I know.
Yep.
That's why you're on this show.
You realize there wouldn't even have been a Culturas album, that we're doing an album right now, and there wouldn't have been one except for this guy.
Wow.
I better get credit in the liner notes or something.
Patsy, official invite. I'm working on a special song. It's called Land of Many Colors, written by Juanita Chapa. And it's a very patriotic song. I mean, I'm making it super patriotic. And I'd like it if you would sing on it with us, please.
Sure.
Thank you. If she says sure, that's
Beautiful.
in the bank.
That's the kind of songs I like. No comment in
it. There you go. Look, Buddy says, most definitely would love to have Patsy and you all as well.
Oh, I like that. and the other crew.
Mercy Perez, look, it's my Dr. Patsy Torres.
Hey, Mercy. We were talking about you earlier.
Marcus wasn't there either. Oh, they're calling you out Marcus.
Oh, yeah.
Mercy says, hi, my beautiful sister, Patsy Torres, and hello, guys.
Hi, my beautiful sister,
hello,
Mercy.
Nice.
West Texas Promotions.
Yes. Do an awesome job out there. And of course, recognizing all the artists. And I forgot what it's called. Some with the state in Austin. So.
Oh yes, she does the recognition.
Yes.
Recognition
awesome.
awards. Yes.
Awesome.
Juan, are you trying to make Patsy go for the record? Because right now we got a two-way tie. We got Shelly Lares and was it?
I think it was Delia.
No. La Sombra.
Tony.
Oh, Tony Guerrero.
Oh,
yeah.
I know Shelly can talk.
Oh yeah, she can.
I know. Me and Marcus were mute the whole time.
Shelly and I
we didn't ask any questions.
we were the ones who had the tape on our mouth, and so we're just.
No,
I read a book the whole interview.
I met Shelly when she was 10, and we were friends ever since. In fact, I don't know if you remember, Dee, that
yes,
my mother had a
picture. I've got a picture of Shelly singing with you. She's got on a little pink and white dress that she always wore. That Fred and her mom always used to bring her to sing with Patsy in Blue Harmony.
Do you remember that my mom had a business called Gorillagram?
Yeah.
Well,
I've heard this
Shelley's
story
birthday,
before. Yes,
I went as the gorilla.
Okay.
Big old hot outfit, and I was chasing her and her little friends all over the backyard. And she didn't know it was me until 10, 15 years later. She never knew.
Wow.
That's weird.
You told this story at her retirement party, right? Did you
Oh,
tell
you
the story?
were there?
I was there. Yeah. That's what the story sounds familiar.
She was like, that was you. I was like, yeah, I scared you, huh?
I got the Barney outfit too, and I did that for preschoolers. Was dressed
You
up
see,
as Barney.
we got so much in common.
The Blue Harmony roots.
Yeah.
All right, you show up with the gorilla. I'll show up as Barney.
I've been a gorilla, a clown, a baby, what's that song?
Superheroes.
A pawn and a king.
Yeah.
Just one.
A pauper, a king, and
We're gonna do our own version of the Masked Singer. Who's in that costume?
Oh no.
The masked Tejano singer.
No, I'll recognize each voice. So I'll just, I know who that is.
Okay, but we can change our voices, remember.
Well, you and I can, but there's some people.
Where's that tape? Where's that tape? Put it.
Oh no. Anyway.
All right, but let's see who we have for next week.
This week on the Three Amigos Show.
They're hot and we've got them. Ricky Valens and Chris Dominguez of Los Lost Boys will be online to discuss their plans with the Amigos. July 5th, Los Lost Boys.
Right here on the Three Amigos Show.
Hey, Patsy, you want to do some voice work? All commercials here sound the same because it's my voice. I need to switch it up. I need a female voice in there.
Sometimes.
Hey, who was the female that you had in some of the drops?
That's my daughter, Cassie.
Okay.
She dropped by the other day and I said, sit down, record the intro, do this, sing that.
Well, you have that. Do you have another voice? You have that voice when you're going, Marasul tequila. Marasul.
That sounds good, Marcus.
making drinking tequila sound sexy.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're about to run out of over the 2-hour limit. I think Patsy, in just 2 more minutes, will tie the record. Oh my God.
Well, on the top right there, you see it says 1:43. I think we started a little late. So.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Once we get out the 2-hour mark, we got to cut it, or else they'll cut us.
They'll cut us off.
No, but you have a wonderful
cut us off.
program. Thank you for having me on it.
Thank you. It's an honor to have you.
Thank you.
Yes. You're always welcome to the show anytime. Mercy Perez says State Honors District 72.
Oh.
There you go.
Yes.
Let's see what else here. Everyone is going to make Joe Reyes take a cold shower, and by mentioning Shelly last name.
Oh, yeah. He was...
Take it easy. Hey, I thought I saw a post that Mercy was pregnant.
What?
I thought I saw a post that said she was pregnant, or she was expecting. La bruja is almost coming. I don't know what that means.
Oh, he's talking about La Bruja Destino.
Oh, okay.
It's a song I wrote, and this bruja, it's about her, and she does interviews with Joe and scares the heck out of him. Joe totally freaks out.
Hey, Juan, can you do me a favor right before we go here?
Yes.
Put just one frame up of Patsy, just Patsy, the only frame.
Why?
Oh, I just wanted people out there to see how the other half lives. You're gonna get out of frame. She's got the blue lighting, the stairwell, the chandelier. No, put Patsy, just Patsy on screen. Yeah, no, put her back up. Put her back up. Now, Patsy, move to your right. Just get out of frame. That more than that. I mean, off camera.
I was noticing that earlier when she turned off the lights, or somebody turned off the lights, and it was all blue back there.
You have a beautiful home. You have a lovely home. And that's how the other lives.
Can you see the horse back there? that's a horse over there in the corner over my shoulder. No, this.
Oh, yeah. I see that.
Oh, okay.
Gotta have my horses.
So what's your mansion like?
Oh, it's my sanctuary. It's my sanctuary. I love being home when I have a chance to be home and with my husband David, and bring the family here.
You don't leave the house either, do you?
I what?
You don't leave the house, do you?
Yeah, I do. What do you mean?
Okay, well, I guess I'm just a hermit because I will spend the week here without going outdoors except to go to the grocery store.
I mean, I could, but I always have to go somewhere.
Well, you're always busy, yes.
I always have to do something, and I'm glad because it gets me out and I get to see people. But yeah, because I'm so comfortable here. Yeah, I know what you mean. I could just stay here, but I get out, and once I'm out, I'm happy because I'm, being with people and talking to people and everything. And gigs are that you feel that energy, but sometimes it takes the energy too.
And you don't want to leave until every autograph is signed.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The guys always say, "Oh, the janitors are still there." And the janitors.
They're tearing down the stage.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, they always get mad, like, "We want to go home."
Yeah, I caught her one time before she went on stage, and she gave me like 5 minutes, and we did like a little interview behind the stage and stuff. That was pretty cool. So we ended up playing that on the air too. So thank you, Patsy.
Thank you, Juan.
Thank you, Patsy, for showing up.
Juan had a wonderful radio show. Now, this is really cool now that I've seen this. I hadn't seen it.
It's been
TV.
It's been a lot of
You have a Roku? You have Roku?
No, I don't.
You need to get a Roku.
Yeah.
I'll get it now. You have a wonderful show.
Thank
It's
you.
wonderful. It's
Thank
really
you.
cool.
It's not like other interviews.
No, well, we have a brand new program. It's called Tejano TV, which is exclusively on Roku. If you guys have a Roku, make sure you guys download Tejano TV. And we just started a brand new channel today. It's part of Tejano TV. It's called Tejano Classic TV, playing all your old school favorites. So we have 2 channels now, all the new stuff and then all the old school stuff. So make sure you guys check it out.
24/7 videos.
24/7. 24/7.
Congratulations!
And of course, you guys can watch. And of course, you guys can watch the Three Amigos show Monday through Friday on Tejano TV and our top 10 music video countdown. We're always looking for more content. So, if you guys podcasters out there want to throw your stuff on Tejano TV, make sure you guys do that. And yes, thank you, Patsy. It's we needed this. We needed something like this.
Thank you.
So it's awesome.
This is wonderful.
Yes. So everybody can watch the reruns of Tejano TV.
Before you disconnect, Patsy, could we get a drop for our Tejano TV?
Of course.
Yes. Awesome. Well, we're about ready to hit that time anyways, that time mark, 1:48. So we just want to say thank you guys so much for joining us on Facebook and YouTube, and of course on Tejano TV. And of course, you can check out the show on Spotify, Mashugon Radio, and of course Tejano TV. Thank you to my baby Lila Cervantes, Lila Lisa Promotions, our sponsor, our sponsor Danny Farias, Archie's homemade homemade burgers, home style burgers here in Catula, and of course our other sponsor, Marasul Tequila.
Marasul Tequila. Oh, sorry. Marasul Tequila.
There you go. Well, we want to thank you guys so much for joining us here, of course, with the awesome Miss Dr. Patsy Torres. And
Thank
I am
you.
Dee's brother from another mother, Juan Mendoza.
And I'm D.
The Midnight Cowboy, Marcus Echo.
Amigos, it's been a pleasure. Thank you. It was really fun. Of course, my brother D. It's always great talking and reminiscing with you. I mean, gee, so much we could talk.
Did we
Part
get
two
all the
coming later.
We got edited versions? I hope not. I want raw, bad versions. Rock and roll stories.
Yeah, we got the raw version. There you go.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could just say a word and we'll know what.
There you go.
That we did.
So until we see you next time, thank you
ladies
for
and gentlemen. Expect some brand new music by Miss Patsy Torres.
Yay!
The return of Blue Harmony. The return of Fukuras. The return, including Marcus Daniels and myself. We're all gonna be connected
Yeah,
somehow.
Marcus. He's gonna jam with us too.
So get ready, fans. And thank you to everybody who left comments. We really do appreciate you.
Yes, thank you to all the people watching and listening. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're out.
Next time on The Three Amigos Show. These two friends who met during their time with the Cumbia Kings All-Stars have stepped out front to form their own band, Los Lost Boys. Join us July 5th with Ricky Valens and Chris Dominguez of Los Lost Boys here on The Three Amigos. Brought to you by Mas Chingon Radio, LilaLisaPromotions.com, musician Danny Farias, Marasul Tequila. Taste the new face of tequila. Archie's Homestyle Burger in Catula, Texas. Home of the 1 pound Homestyle Burger. And Tejano TV. You can view The Three Amigos Show on all your favorite streaming platforms and on all your Roku devices. The Three Amigos Show.